This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
Well, fat people, we really hate it. I'm speaking for all fat people. We hate being hot. Show me one fat person that likes being hot, and I'm going to have some words with them. Like, why are you playing? You don't like being hot, bro.
And co-host Marney Winfield.
The little things that I appreciate now in life, and this gas station is the gas station of all gas stations.
And what makes it so special?
It's got like a coffee bar in there, kind of.
It is the last day of 2022. It is December 31st. My name's Corey Winfield.
My name's Marney Winfield.
Welcome to the 217 Recovery Podcast. Today we got some special things planned. It's the last day of the year. We're going to take a look back, reflect a little bit. I, of course, am going to go back and look at who we've lost along the way. Because some of the names might surprise you. Because I'm like, wait, that guy died? Like Gallagher.
Okay.
Do you remember him dying? I don't either.
I don't either.
I remember Coolio.
Okay.
Coolio, he did. And then, like, today, the Pope died. Like, one of them. I don't know which one. I don't know if there's one or if there's more than one.
Do you have a list then?
Well, I saw that he died. And it was like Pope XV1.
Okay.
And he was 95. And he died today. So he didn't make it to 2023.
Okay.
So I don't know if that affects his like insurance premiums or I don't know. You know, he probably gets a lot of money from the Catholic Church, I would assume. So I think the people who, how does that work? If you go to a Catholic church, and I'm just saying this because I have no idea. I don't go to a Catholic church. Like if I go and do they like say you got to give like $10 every time, or is it just like, hey, give what you can, kind of like, or how does that work? Do you have to like pay to be a member of the church? I'm asking someone that is not a member either, so you probably don't know.
I wouldn't imagine that's
I wish there was a Google thing on my phone. I could look it up.
I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Maybe, but I've never heard of that.
Because if you go there,
I think you contribute to your fellowship.
okay, so if I give, say I was Catholic and I go to a Catholic church and I give $20, does like $1 of that go right to the Pope or that church in there?
I don't know.
Is it in Rome or something?
I don't know.
Again, not Catholic.
You're just saying Catholic, but it could be any church.
Yeah, we could talk about Muslims. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have some questions. And these aren't silly questions. Those are questions. I'm sure a lot of people have these same questions. So the Pope, yeah, he died today.
Okay.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yesterday, did you see who died?
No.
Barbara Walters.
Really?
Yeah, she did.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Aw.
Yeah, those are just a couple I came across that I wasn't even aware of. So I'm going to run down a list and look back at some of those.
Okay.
I tried to look back at some moments, like pop culture moments. And besides Will Smith slapping Chris Rock,
Right.
I was like, what? Who is this? And what did they do?
That's not worth remembering.
Nah, not really. No. So when we are ready, we will drop our list. And what are you doing? You're doing
I actually borrowed a list from my lovely friend, Emmy, who I work with and who's a dear friend. And she had posted something that I thought was amazing. And it was 2023 Affirmations.
Oh.
So, yeah, that she had got from another website, I believe. But I don't know. They kind of spoke to me. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
I don't do those. Okay. Really. Ever since I've become sober, that's just kind of like a daily resolution. So that's, always in the front of my mind. But just continuing to live like a healthy and, productive life and be the best me I can be and be compassionate and caring, help other people. Give back to, to all the people. And then also remember to reflect on how I got to where I am now. That's kind of like the overall, I don't know if you want to call it a resolution, but to continue all that.
It's good to keep that in mind. But I think, yeah, you do that kind of every day anyway. And I think in 2023, I'm going to try to eat more pudding pops.
They don't even sell those anymore.
Oh, then I'm not. I just want to scare you. I want to start a word with a P.
Okay.
I think I should have done like that show we were watching. Too Old to Die Young.
Oh, yeah.
Slowest moving show you will ever watch. I think it's on Amazon.
It was so slow I fell asleep in between pauses. It was like...
Hold on. I was going to answer you, but I was pausing like they were.
Yeah.
Like, it was bad.
It was like a good 10 seconds between any sort of lines that would happen. You're like, is this guy just going to sit there?
And it was I didn't do it. And then they'd sit there and wait. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like,
It was uncomfortable.
they clearly didn't have enough script. And they were like, they shot it all the first time. And they're like, that's only 15 minutes. Like, we got to fill 45. Mm-hmm. We got to stretch this sumbitch out.
Something.
Like, just have the camera just look at you and just spit. And then, yeah, anyway, you watch it. You'll see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not sure how I even got onto that subject there, but yeah. Oh, yeah. I wanted to throw you off with that. No, in 2023, I don't know. I don't know. Like you said, have I ever completed one? No. Mm-hmm. You know, when my doctor tells me I'm about to get diabetes again, I will not eat as much ice cream. You know, like those are things that I do just out of necessity, I think. But I mean, I would like to eat a little bit healthier, eat more broccoli for real.
Yeah.
But
Incorporate more fruits and vegetables.
yeah,
That's always good.
but these last couple months, man, with the holidays, it's just been tough.
I think they do that on purpose.
Yeah, and then
It's like Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's,
my
Super
pants aren't even
Bowl.
fitting right. I'm just like, man, my shirts. I gotta get out my old shirts again. It's not good. But what can I do about it? You know, I can sit here and bitch and complain as I eat another bowl of ice cream, or I can say, you know what? Maybe I should put that ice cream down.
You went hiking with Ron.
I didn't go hiking with Ron. I walked to the road with Ron in the middle of an ice storm. Everything was ice, and he's all like, let's go walk the dogs in the middle of the road where there's fog. I was like, Ron, that's not gonna...
I was like their driveway.
No, because they had to get the mail. But anyway, that's the 2023 resolution, something that, yeah, I'm just not going to make either. I'm just going to be like, yeah, I'll try a little bit better. But I did post our friend Malachi. We met him a couple summers ago in Pawpaw, and he's like, drop me a line. And I just kind of threw out something, you know, it was on top of my head. I was like, you know, don't look back unless you're looking back to remember where you once were. Mm-hmm. You know, otherwise keep moving forward.
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, I'm going to remember that, man. I won't pass that along. Mm-hmm. Like, okay. Okay. But that was pretty cool, though. And a lot of people, you know, talking about their plans on the social media. And there's some people out there that I just hope they can get back where they need to go. You know, they're just kind of out there, man. And it's so obvious to me. And then now I see why, when I thought I was hiding it from people back when I was drinking all the time, when I wasn't supposed to be drinking. Mm-hmm. I can see why now. It's clearly obvious.
Yeah.
Like, you jump on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, like you're just the way you're saying stuff, the way you're wording stuff, it is obvious. Mm-hmm. You know, this one dude, yeah, he's gonna look back if he sobers up, and he's gonna read the stuff he sent out, and he's gonna probably want to go drink again.
Yeah.
Because it's embarrassing stuff that he's gonna kick himself in the nuts for it, you know, or he's at least gonna want to. But
Well, and I don't think, I mean, and this goes for just resolutions in general, is if you're the kind of person that needs to have a reason to start a goal because of a calendar date, then, and it works for you, that's wonderful. But like for me, I never really saw the point of that. Like, if you're going to start goals, then start goals, and don't wait just because it's a new calendar date to change something that you've needed to change, especially something like, you know, drinking and drugging. Like, I don't know if that's even something that I could even fathom. It needed to happen when it needed to happen. Well, it needed to happen way before it needed to happen, but, you know, yeah, it was like, it's time. So.
Yeah, and some people are probably like, man, I just want to party one more time, man.
Yeah. And then people,
Okay.
I mean, people do. They'll be like, oh, I'll wait till after, the Christmas season. Or I'll wait till after this one person's wedding. Or I'll wait till after, and fill in the blank. There's always a reason why you were putting it off.
Yeah. I wonder how many people die putting it off. Oh, wait till next year.
I don't even, it's too many.
Yeah. Oh, it won't happen to me.
Happens all the time.
So speaking of death,
Okay.
should I run down my list of people who died?
Sure.
We can make a game of it.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say I could throw out some names. I could say out of these 3 people, which one died in 2022, but I could come across them later, so that could kind of throw me off. All right, so I already named the Pope XVI. What does that mean? Is that 41?
I don't know.
Do you do the negative? I don't. Okay, so yeah, I figured out. Pele, soccer star, he died
Oh,
recently.
he was older.
Yeah, there's that football player, Franco Harris. He died recently. Kirstie Alley, she died.
Yeah. The Cheers. I really liked her. She was in Look Who's Talking.
Yeah, Mike Leach, football coach. He just died not too long ago. Oh, here's one that everybody in Michigan should love. Well, not love, but Gaylord Perry. Yeah, that's not his name. His name's Gaylord Perry. He died at 84. His pitcher.
Okay. Didn't know that.
His name's Gaylord.
Okay.
They didn't walk around calling him Gaylord.
Okay. Maybe they did.
Throwing it out there. Let me see some more notables here on this list. Oh, Christine McVie. I never knew how to say that. Even when I was in rock radio, she was with Fleetwood Mac.
Okay.
Like she was like slept with the band. Like they all slept with each other. It was really weird. I guess, would it be weird though? If you're in a band?
I don't know.
Just be like, hey, Marney, you're on tambourine today. What's up? And then like we hook up, and then next thing I know, like, hey, well, I'm gonna go to the other backup singer. You can have the piano guy.
I don't know.
That'd be weird. Let me see here.
Didn't Naomi Judd die?
Yes, I was gonna get to her,
Okay.
but now I don't have to since she did. Yeah, and that was a tragic one.
Very, very tragic.
Yeah. And 988, is that it? I think so. The suicide
Yes.
text line or call line. Yeah, Gallagher. He was 76. Yeah, I think he died back in, was that October? No, he died in November. So he didn't die too long ago. That's maybe why we didn't know about it. We were having such a great November, apparently. This could take a while now. And people are like right now kicking like, see, going, say, what about that guy? What about this guy?
Betty White.
Betty White. Didn't she die like very early in the year?
I think so.
Jerry Lee Lewis. Didn't he marry his cousin or something?
I don't know.
Steven Tyler just got in trouble, or he's getting sued because he was like 28 or 30, and he was dating a 16-year-old, and he actually was going to get the parents to sign off so that she could go on tour with them. And he even, I guess he wrote a book and said in the book that I almost had a teen wife. But back then, and this is like some people are like, oh, outraged in California and New York, just like decided to drop the statute of limitations on stuff like that for a short period of time. So they're like, get them in now while you can get them. But something like, I don't know, because if you look at that, like Elvis, he married Priscilla and she was just like 15 or 10. I don't know. I don't think she was 10, but it was like super young. And Jerry Lee Lewis did the same thing. And it wasn't as crazy back then, you know, like at some point, what was it, early 1900s or late 1800s, women were getting married when they were 13, 14.
Yeah. Well, even that generation was, I mean, it wasn't uncommon at all to have children, you know, get married and have children, like starting a family. at a very young age. Like, I mean, yeah, I know we still have, there's so many teen pregnancies. So many babies are having babies. No, this was like mindfully thought about, and people are like, I'm going to get married. And especially like Army families, you know, and they would start families, and they would be, you know, 19 years old, you know.
Well, I heard that they started doing that. I think I saw it in the Blackbird show or whatever on Apple. The guy was in there saying that the reason why they up the age is so that the kids could go to school longer, and then they go to college, because college is a moneymaker. Before that, he was like, "Oh no, they were getting married young." But yeah, so I don't know. I'm not saying that I'm for or against the Steven Tyler thing. I'm just saying, like, things were different. And how far back can you go? Because that was like back in 1972. That was before I was born. You know, it was like 50 years ago. Like, are we going to take that back to the 1800s? And I can be like, hey, I want to sue, somehow like track down Donald Trump's ancestors. I'm like, I'm suing them because this and that. You know, I mean, how far back can you go, really?
Right.
And so I'd be like, oh no. And if the family was about to sign and willing to sign like a release, like it wasn't, I don't know. I'm just not going to get into that anymore. I'm going to back to the names. Angela Lansbury.
Oh yeah, she was
Murder, She Wrote. She died. Bruce Sutter died. He was a pitcher, baseball guy. Loretta Lynn. Did you say her name?
No.
But she died. I said Coolio already. Louise Fletcher. She was in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Jack Charles.
Don't know who that is.
I don't know. His picture looks like somebody that would have been a cartoon character. Rest in peace is what I meant to say. I hope that his family is okay. Ken Starr. Or something with the Clintons. I'm trying to get the good. Oh, Queen Elizabeth II.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. We weren't going to forget about her. Ernie Shavers. I don't know how I know that name. I know he was a boxer.
You just went from Queen Elizabeth to some boxer. I don't even know who it is.
Or should I have followed it up with something like Mikhail Gorbachev? Because he did.
Okay.
He died at 91. Lynn Dawson, quarterback, he died. But he was quarterback from a long time ago. He was 87. Let me see here. That guy looks like somebody I would know, but I don't. Anne Hetch. What's her name?
Oh, Anne Hesh. Yeah, she was, that was sad too.
Let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah.
So she got into an accident, but then left that scene of that accident, and then she ended up driving into somebody's house or something.
Yeah.
And they said she was on cocaine and drunk, and
yeah,
she was having a hard time. And they said that she had a pretty hard time after the Ellen breakup.
Yeah,
which was a long time ago, but
she was really struggling, and that's one of those things. It's one of those Hollywood things. I mean, and I'm not trying to blame Hollywood for people in drug addiction, but they have everything in their fingertips, you know, and it's really sad. And it's also true. People think that people who have a lot of money, they're happy, they're rich and famous and happy, and that's totally not the case.
Yep, if you know somebody going to rehab and they get out, I'm like, I just need a job, man. Just need to make some money. But let's take you right back in there, because apparently you're not understanding what's going on in your brain.
Yeah.
Because money doesn't make you happy. It makes things a little more comfortable, but still doesn't mean that you're happy. Right. Olivia Newton-John.
Wow, loved her.
You're the one that I want. Right? Is that what she sings?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Melissa Bank.
Don't know who that is.
She wrote a book called Girl's Guide.
Don't know.
Vin Scully, voiced the Dodgers. And next up, right fielder.
That's good.
Marney Winfield. Now batting, number 8, playing catcher,
Is that how he sounded?
Marney Winfield.
An English accent?
Was that English?
He started to.
Oh man, I did some Ryan Beckman impressions there, huh? That was one thing that was funny about him. He was horrible at them. And Chris and I would mess with him so bad. We'd be like, come on, man, do a British accent or do an Irish one. And he'd be like, pop off some Australian stuff. We'd be like, what are you doing?
That's all right.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Oh, Leave It to Beaver. Wally.
Oh, okay.
Tony Dow. He was 77. Paul Sorvino. The one chick Sorvino. She's in movies.
I don't know.
What movie was she in? Michelle and Michelle and Somebody Do Something.
Romeo and Michelle?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? What's her name?
I don't know.
Paulina, Mary,
I don't know.
Chelsea. It's something like that. Anyway, that guy, he passed away. Let's see. I know it's taking a lot longer, but I'm almost done, I think. Ivana Trump.
Okay.
Okay, you didn't seem too impressed.
Well, we were talking about her, 2 months ago. I was curious about if she was still alive.
Tony Sirico. He's 79. He was a gangster on The Sopranos. He was the one guy with the hair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, he wasn't that guy. That was that was a dude from Bon Jovi, I think, or something. No, this dude was he had like the gray
Sideburns?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tony Sirico.
That was a great show.
Was it? Well, I've only watched the first couple episodes.
You know what? I didn't watch it until it was had been off the air for a long, long time. And I somehow got back into it with my stepmom.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's really good.
I thought you'd never watched it before. I thought we were going to watch it.
No, I didn't watch every episode one after another, but I watched.
We should get into that after Too Old to Die Young. If we have time.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
James Caan, he died at 82. He was in Godfather. He was in Elf. He was the dad.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I know.
I liked him.
I think we all did. Sorry, all these people I'm just passing over. I mean, there's a lot of people that love these people. Philip Baker Hall. He plays... he's always smoking cigarettes. That guy right there. Isn't he like in Law and Order or...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what he's in. Something
he's
like
in
that.
Law and Order.
Yeah, he was in Law and Order. But
Was in Law and Order.
His role has been given to somebody else now because he's in heaven. Marion Barber III. That was crazy because he, I guess, had kind of went off the rails a little bit. And they don't know if it was concussions or drugs or whatever, but he ended up... It was I don't know if he drowned himself. I can't remember the story and the details now, or if he died of, he was too hot. It was really weird. It was really weird. I'm going to let you look it up if you're interested. Marion Barber III, running back. He played with Dallas and they played with the Bears. KK.
Who's that?
Is a singer at Bollywood Hits, or singer of Bollywood Hits. 53. The co-creator of Hair, James Radu, he died too.
Heat stroke.
Yeah, that's that being too hot.
Mm-hmm.
Or heat stroke. Ray Liotta, if you build it.
Yeah, the heat was on the thermostat was set to 91 degrees.
See, and you call me crazy.
There was exercise equipment, and he was known to exercise in sauna-like conditions. So I guess that wasn't so. Maybe it was accidental.
Yeah, so that's why I keep it. In the summer, 68. In the winter, 71 or 2. I'm not trying to. Nobody likes to be hot. I'm glad we started the intro with that one today.
Mm.
Ray Liotta, 67. That was kind of a surprise one.
Yeah.
Bass fisherman, Ray Scott. Lil Keed. He was 24. I think he got shot. Fred Ward? What? What was that?
That was my phone.
How is it that loud?
I'm sorry.
Fred
It
Ward.
was an alert from my I Am Sober app.
What did he play? He played something where he was like a dad. And it was really funny. It was a comedy. Fred Ward.
Oh, yeah. Something where he was a hillbilly.
Yeah, it wasn't Talladega Nights. No. It wasn't Talladega Nights.
No.
It
What's
says
his name?
stars of The Right Stuff and Henry and June. Fred Ward.
I want to say he was in he was in Sweet Home Alabama. He was in Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt. That's what it was. He was the dad in Joe Dirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's right.
Yeah, Naomi Judd, 76. I'm back. I'm in April now.
Oh, my
Or
goodness.
no, this might be March. Guy Lafleur. He's a hockey player. Jimmy Wang Yu. He was big in the Kung Fu films, in case you're wondering. He's 79. DJ K. Slay. He's 55. Art Roop. Huh. He's a guy who made R&B mainstream. Art Roop is 104.
Wow.
His family members are like, come on, man. Want to inherit some of that. Or maybe they were just really sad still. Or maybe both. I'm looking for somebody's face or somebody's name. Oh, Ethel Harris? Estelle Harris? George's mother on Seinfeld. You're a big fan of that one.
Wasn't a big Seinfeld person.
Taylor Hawkins, drummer from the Foo Fighters. He was only 50. I think there was some stuff, drugs. John Clayton. Wow. See, I always thought that this dude that's on the ticket all the time is John Clayton because he talks like he would be him. I don't remember his name either, but John Clayton, he's like had this weird hair and yeah, but he died a long time ago. I didn't know about that. Or maybe I did, but since I don't know his name, I just always like, meh. I know this is taking off forever.
Yeah, it is.
But I'm into, I think, the last month now. I'm just going to scroll through real quick. Sally Kellerman. She was in MASH, the blonde lady. You ever seen MASH?
I seen it. Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to almost do it. Oh, there was another pope that died last year. Alice von Kilderbrand. He died in 98. This last January. Louis Anderson died last January.
I don't know who that is.
He's a comedian. He used to host Family Feud for a real hot minute.
Oh, okay.
Kind of big guy. Meatloaf.
Ah,
He died last January. Saw paradise by the dashboard light. Ronnie Spector, lead singer of the Ronettes. We're about... Whoa. We got to see this one, honey. I don't know if this is real or not. Igor Bogdanov. Twin in an uneasy spotlight. Oh, Bob Saget, too.
yeah.
But back to Igor.
Bob Saget is
Sidney
worth.
Pontier. He died. Dan Reeves, Coach Reeves, he died last January. But look at this Igor guy, honey. Is that for real? Like, was one of them like for real, or is that his brother? What's up with that?
That's really freaky.
I know, like one of them almost looks like a dummy, but the other one looks like it's a person. But then it makes you think that both of them are real people. Like, is that plastic surgery gone wrong? Like, what not to do to your face?
Looks like it.
IGORBOGDANOFF. Pause this podcast and look that up real quick.
He was a French mathematician.
Well, they did a lot of numbers on his face, you know what I'm saying? Golly.
Yeah. He was,
Oh no, I've reached my limit for free articles. The New York Times. I'm glad we were done with birthdays.
Wow,
That
he
might
is
really
really. That's crazy.
Is it really?
Well, it was definitely plastic surgery. There's pictures of them when they're young. Oh my goodness. It says the brothers denied for undergoing cosmetic surgery, insisting instead that their changes resulted from their dabbling in unspecified technologies.
What? What the hell does that even mean?
I don't know.
Because holy she's night, man. Yeah, they're twins.
They hosted a TV science and science fiction show in the 1980s on a spaceship set. They died of coronavirus within days of each other in the hospital.
What? How do we not hear about this?
They are extremely odd-looking individuals. Yeah, definitely look them up.
Now, if you saw that guy in a bar, how drunk would you have had to been?
It is very... Wow. Here, there's another picture that's good.
Oh, I got them all pulled up, honey. This is crazy. Like, that is nuts. Like, the dude's face is so... Do they think that looks good? Does somebody pay him? Does somebody say, hey, guys, you like to do math, right? And they're like, mm-hmm. They're like, add $2 million to your bank account if you make your face look like this. And they go, oh, yeah, okay.
I don't know.
What if I took $80 million, honey?
It's still sad that they passed away.
It is. What if I took $80 million and I had to get my face to look like that?
No.
What if I said, yeah, I did it, honey. I'm going tomorrow.
No.
But
you lost your mind because I'd be worried about your mental health.
But you'd still love me forever and you still have sex with me, right?
I would be worried about your mental health. Wouldn't even know who you were.
I would be me, honey.
Making a decision like that.
$80 million was set up. That's like generational wealth.
I don't need $80 million.
No, but our grandkids do.
Nope.
Our great grandkids do.
Sorry.
You'd leave me?
No, I would talk you out of it.
You can put a bag over my head.
I would talk you out of it.
Not that my body is much, but I guess I had to really start working out then and get a body going if I had a face like that. Not that my face is like Brad Pitt's. Anyway, yeah.
Look them up. You'll see what we're talking about.
Yep. It's enough time. Rest in peace to everybody who passed away.
Yeah, rest in peace. That's, it's when you hear the people that have, dying at like 80, whatever, and people that lived long, good lives, So, we're all going to go someday. It's part of living. It's a for sure thing. Make the most of it while you're here. For sure. That's a tough follow.
Is it?
It really is. I don't know. I'm glad I'm going second.
You just started following, but you're glad you're going second.
No, I was being sarcastic. Mm-hmm. No, it's okay. So, no, once again, thank you, Emmy, for this wonderful post that she apparently got from We the Urban. And I've seen a lot of people who posted, some positive stuff about 2023. And I think it's important to remember gratitudes from the previous year. And like you were talking about, not dwelling on the past. And yes, it is important to kind of reflect sometimes on where we've been and how we got here, but not to sit in the past and wallow.
Can't change it. But don't forget it.
Right.
You got to look back, but just look back to remember how far you came.
Exactly. And so these are really beautiful, and some kind of speak to me more than others, but I'm just going to read through them. So 2023 affirmations. I choose to participate fully in my life. I inhale peace and exhale worry. I am waking into a productive, successful season. I am open to new people, places, and experiences. My path is unfolding as it should. My potential is limitless. It is safe for me to rest. There is more than enough time for all I need to do. That one I'm going to have to work on. I'm at peace with my past. My energy is focused on the present and future. My big ideas are worth pursuing. I am confident in the person I am becoming. I am worthy of genuine happiness. Every low is an opportunity to grow. I forgive myself with unconditional love. And I attract good things because I am a good person.
Those are good to say. Some of them are a little bit harder than others to kind of get behind. And I had a therapist tell me to write stuff on some little sticky notes. Put them on the mirror.
Yeah.
You do what you need to.
Yeah. I do that as well. I suggest that people practice self-affirmations. And first most important thing is you need to have them be, they have to come from inside you. So it needs to be something that you actually, that's meaningful. You can't just like grab them out of thin air. And there was some on that list that I didn't say because they didn't resonate with me as well. And some are a little bit more farther across of what I would want to focus on for 2023. But at the same time, across the board, kind of positive, healthy, positive and healthy mentalities to have. But the sticky note thing, yeah, it is kind of cheesy, but it's a friggin' reminder. That's for sure.
And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then, oh, well, you had a sticky note on your wall.
Right.
When I was in treatment, I was told, hey, write it on the sticky note that you're going to start a podcast when you get out of here. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay. But I was going to start it. But did it help? I don't know. Yeah. I started one, so I guess maybe. There's a lot of factors into it, but yeah, it's not going to hurt you.
Yeah. And if there's a saying that you like, that resonates with you, something that somebody said maybe in a meeting or that you read out of a book or heard from your mom, I don't even know. Something that was, when you heard it, you're like, yeah, that makes sense to me. And it doesn't even necessarily have to do with getting sober or staying sober. But if that's what it is, great. But something that makes you feel good inside. Something that sparks that kind of reminder of your own self-worth and that you're important and, and that you're loved and that you should love yourself. So however that looks to you, figure out a way to remind yourself about that. Because sometimes it's hard for us to do that, especially every day. We get in this routine of life and we have responsibilities and commitments and, we can get wrapped up in that stuff. And sometimes it's important just to find that minute, that 60 seconds. And if it's when you're walking into your bathroom and you see that sticky note in the mirror and you just acknowledge like that saying, I have the one that I really am in tune to on our fridge. And every once in a while, like I open that fridge however many times in a week, but sometimes I sit and I read it and I reflect on it, and so.
It helps. And an easy one you could start with, and I say easy because it's probably one of the first steps that I took of changing my mind frame, my mindset. And when I went to the treatment center to talk last week, I sat down and I said, hey, I'm Corey, and introduced myself. And I said, how many people in here are alcoholics? And I know they raised their hands. I said, how many people in here are junkies? They raised their hand. I said, let's let that be the last time you ever have to raise your hand for that. Let's say you're in recovery now. And I kind of introduce like changing your mindset. When you go to a meeting, hi, I'm Corey, I'm in recovery. That's what I say. And, just that to me is more powerful than, hi, I'm Corey, I'm an alcoholic. Some people like to call themselves that if that works for them, great. For me, it doesn't work that way. Mm-hmm. I like to think positive and I like to think of who I am today. And today I'm in recovery. Today I'm not an alcoholic. Sure. Oh, once you're an alcoholic, you're always an alcoholic. Okay, yeah, sure. But I'm in recovery. And I present myself that way and I feel good about doing it. Mm-hmm. I don't have to hide my head. I don't have to, I'm Corey, I'm an alcoholic. No, I'm Corey, I'm in recovery. I changed my life. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty effing sweet.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that.
That would be a good one. Just, I'm in recovery. You're not an alcoholic. You're not a junkie. If you didn't drink or use today, you're in recovery.
Yeah.
So welcome.
And I think part of the reason why that is that people get taken aback by that is just because it has been so kind of become the norm thing for meetings is kind of something that resonates with everyone there. We have that common thing and that thing in common that we all have been struggling with alcohol or drugs, right? And I guarantee you, well, at least I can guarantee for me that I am not taking away any piece of the fact that I do not qualify as a diagnosed person that had severe alcoholism. Now, you want to even get more technical. If you look into the DSM, which is a diagnostic statistical manual, right, of like diseases. After a certain amount of time, you're actually considered, it could be alcohol use disorder, severe, but in remission. So you still actually could have that as being a diagnosis, but it's in remission. So, that's just, does it really matter?
If I can claim unemployment, then it does, but otherwise, then no.
Yeah.
But I can't. So.
Well, and the thing is, I get, and people will think, and I kind of sometimes have to back that up when I say that, when I'm at meetings, say I'm a person in recovery, and I choose not to say, my name is Marney, I'm an alcoholic, and it's not because I'm not one. It's not because I don't identify as a person who struggled with alcohol for decades of my life. I'm not taking that away at all. It's just today I choose to reframe who I am by being somebody who's in recovery.
I've never heard you say that.
What?
What you just said?
I said it all the time. I say it when I do my Dikoski stuff.
No, I don't.
Oh, well, I mean, you don't have to.
Forward. That's what I'm saying. And some people like to call themselves, I like to be in that group. I just don't. For me, it works better if I'm moving forward. Mm-hmm. And I'm not an alcoholic today, and by definition of the DSM-5, sure, whatever. But today, I'm Corey, I'm in recovery, and it makes me feel better about myself when I get out of bed to know that I'm in recovery and that I didn't drink yesterday and that my plan is not to drink today.
That's good.
And when I hear somebody say they're in recovery, we have the same. It's addiction. It doesn't matter what drug. Mm-hmm. The stories are so similar, it doesn't matter. Like, sure, there's some stuff that I didn't do for my drug of choice, but there's a lot of similarities where I don't need to go, oh, well, I didn't do that, but you did, and you didn't do, but I did. No, man, we were addicted, and our front brain was screwed up, and we threw away everything we cared about for that drug. That's the bottom line. So anyway, that's what that is. So,
yeah.
You start with that. But I think we've been going too long to do intimacy game, unless you really want to.
No, that's good. We can save it for the new year.
Okay.
I did read something about that. The reason, because I was like, every once in a while, Apple News or something will send you an email saying, like, this is why this happens, or did you ever ask why? Anyway, I get those.
Oh.
So, and it was something about why do they have a ball drop, right? Mm-hmm. Do you know why?
Why do they have the ball drop?
Yeah.
On New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
Because back in the day,
you're right so far.
There was this huge party and nobody around town really knew exactly what time the new year was. I mean, everybody had their watches set different and people were shooting guns and lighting off fireworks at different times. So they decided, what we'll do? We'll have a big ball and people will see the ball. And when it drops, then they will know that it is officially the new year.
That's kind of right, but not really.
That was all made up.
Yeah, I know.
You could probably tell.
No, essentially, there used to be a way that they would keep track of time for like nautical stuff.
They drop balls.
They would all drop. A ball would be dropped. Let's see. Hold on.
I think once when I was like 12.
No.
Had some balls. And they dropped.
Now I can't find it. Anyway, it's a way that they would keep everyone would have the same, because they used to before watches, they would have like church bells sometimes would ring on the hour and so on and so forth. But they would also have a ball that would be dropped in the morning, and then it would at midnight it would be at the very bottom. So that was another way that time was tracked.
Man, I was so close, and I had absolutely no idea, and I was just flying by the seat of my pants with just common sense stuff like that would make sense.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
I should run for governor.
By making stuff up?
Yeah, I'd be good at that. I would never pass on a question. They'd be like, Winfield, how are we going to change busing? Well, you sitting down?
Oh my gosh.
We got this new spaceship that we're working on. Oh man, could you imagine if I fed people that stuff? Oh, it'd be so awesome. And I would win. So I'm like, well, what we need here is more NASCAR tracks, more guns. I would say it all. And then the next week I'd be like, well, what we need to do is get rid of these guns. Tear up these NASCAR tracks.
That's why no one would vote for you.
Oh, no, I would play both sides and they wouldn't know. Because only Fox people listen to Fox and CNN people listen to CNN. Actually, no, it's vice versa. Because my mom hated Trump, but yet she'd watch the Trump stuff. Just to get pissed off, I think. Take it out on the family.
Well, I wish everyone a safe, happy, wonderful New Year's Eve and a wonderful New Year.
Yes. Appreciate you listening to the podcast. And it's probably already the new year, so happy New Year to you. Thanks for listening to the deaths of 2022 and affirmations of 2023.
Yes.
And all the stuff in between.
Yeah. Happy New Year, everyone.
I appreciate it. Get the app if you don't have it yet. It's free in the App Store, Google Play Store. And you can listen also at 217recovery.com and everywhere you listen to podcasts. So I don't know how you listen to this one, but it's on every other one too. So whatever's easiest for you, but appreciate it. Have a great new year.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thanks for listening to the 217 Recovery Podcast. Don't forget to check out our special episodes found only on the 217 Recovery app.